नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. Krishna entered and he saw Duryodhana, Karna and Shakuni waiting for him. So Duryodhana offered proper welcome, Argyam, Padyam and all that to Sri Krishna. Evening time, well prepared, and he told Sri Krishna, this is the day of courtesy call. They're not going to discuss anything. He's just dropping in. So he invited Krishna for a dinner, feast. Sri Krishna said no. Dvishadannam na bhoktavyam, dvishannam naiva bhojayet, pandavan dvishate rajan, mama prana hi pandavaha. The old wisdom, O king. Dvishadannam na bhoktavyam. Don't eat the food of a person who hates you. Vishannam naiva bhojayet. And don't feed a person who hates you or whom you hate. And you, O king, hate the Pandavas. And the Pandavas, mama prana, they are my life. Your food, O king, your food, because he's speaking roughly, he says, your food, O king, is polluted. Your food is polluted with bad intention, durbhavana. Polluted. This is not fit to eat. Can you imagine? Very plainly, Sri Krishna is telling Duryodhana. This is in Vyasa Bharatam that he goes to Duryodhana's house and declines the. But in Kumara Vyasa, that is the Kannada version of Bharatam, when Krishna wants to drop in on Duryodhana, and the first day Duryodhana says, no point, no need to drop in today, tomorrow we will meet in the Sabha. Now, so here Krishna, of course, had declined Duryodhana's feast and he went back to Vidura's house for dinner. You know, earlier in the day he had dropped into Vidura's house just like that. Had kanji. By now Vidura was prepared in the evening. He had prepared a massive feast properly for Sri Krishna. And Krishna ate with relish, it seems. Very nice. Give me that, give me this. And all. He ate that dinner very well. And then he and Vidura, after dinner was over, kept chatting, it seems. Late into the night. This and that they chatted. And Vidura tried to explain, asked him, why this, it's not correct, you are coming here as a messenger, going to meet Duryodhanan. Duryodhanan, what is the point? It's wasting your breath. He has no idea. He will never come to agreement. He will never do any sandhi. He thinks that with Bhishma, Drona and Karna on his side, he will be able to defeat anybody. Why with Bhishma and Drona? He feels that Karna alone is capable of defeating anybody that comes in his way. So he has no mind. He will never agree to any peace. Oh, Madhusudana. It is a waste of time. You are trying to convince Duryodhanan to relent. It's like doing a raga alapana in front of a deaf person. It's exactly what he says. When raga alapana you are doing in front of a deaf person. What is the point? Like that only trying to talk to Duryodhana. He is a wretched fellow. He does not serve his elders. He is proud of his Rajya Lakshmi. He is vain because of his youth. And he loathes the Pandavas. And other than all this, he is deeply suspicious about you. What is the point in speaking to him? Vidura tells Krishna, Krishna, all the kings that you defeated during various wars have all become allies of Duryodhana. So Krishna doesn't particularly have any friends in the Duryodhana's camp himself. So he says, if you go there into such a sabha where nobody, all are your enemies, why? It is not, I wouldn't advise you to do that. That's what he is telling. Viduran is asking Sri Krishna, why you want to go into such a place? You see, the fact is, you know very well, late in the night they're talking. You know very well, Krishna, that I love the Pandavas. I love them. But यो मे प्रीति पुष्कराक्ष त्वद्दर्शन समुद्भवा साकिमाख्यायते तुभ्यम अंतरात्मासि देहिनाम. O Sri Krishna, the extent of affection that has suddenly gushed into me by the mere sight of you, taddarshana samudbhava, I am not able to describe it. Sa kimakhyayate. What can I describe that? To you, how can I ever tell you? In any case, is it that you don't know? You are Antaratma. You are the Antaratma of all. See, this extreme rush of affection is indescribable, except I have heard of it, at least from a few people. One person told me, I have read of it, of course, but I also heard, one person told me of the time that he was sitting, there was one Jnani, he was a man, and this person who told me is also a man, who happened to see him through a window. There was lots of people on that side, there was no way he could enter the hall, so through the window he just saw him there, far he was. And he said, suddenly I felt a rush of tremendous love in him. And he said that Jnani turned towards him and came running towards a window, just to see and smile, and then turned and went away. This is all that happened. Such a thing is what Vidura is saying. He's not able to control himself. He's saying, this is, so I am telling you, please don't go there. So Sri Krishna tells him, it's past midnight. They are discussing 1 o'clock like that. Sri Krishna says, oh Vidura, what do you think? I am trying to bring some peace with all sincerity in my command, and I am doing my duty. And my duty is what? Jnatinam himito bhede yanmitram nabhipadyate sarvayatnena madhyastyam natanmitram vidurbudha. Jnatinam. Jnati means relations. Tamil, jnati. When there is a conflict among relations, then if there is a common friend, there is a friend, it is his bounden duty, says Krishna, to do every effort on his part of madhyastam, to go and be an intermediary between them, to mediate between them. If he does not do that, then the good people, viduhu, na tanmitram, they won't call him a friend. If he is a true friend, and if he sees that relations are having a terrific conflict, he will do everything in his command to go and patch that up. Otherwise, he is not a friend. I am only doing my duty as a friend. Let none say that Sri Krishna did not try and stop the Kauravas and the Pandavas from fighting. If I succeed, I would have done a Mahapunyam. He tells Vidura. Vaishampayana tells Janamejaya, Vidura and Sri Krishna were so engrossed in talking to each other that night that without their realization, night elapsed. This happens especially when sisters meet. After a long time or something, America, she'll return. First leave 2 hours in the baggage, what has been opened. Then talking. Night elapsed. And Sri Krishna is a king. He has come with his entire Goshti. They have a timetable. Krishna is talking, they cannot stop. So they come early dawn, before dawn, Brahma Muhurtam, they have to come and sing and wake him up and all. They are all come already. They have come there with their band baja. Mridangam and Vadyam and Veda with chanting Vedas, etc. They have come early, Suprabhatam, and all, they are all coming chanting. Shangu, Dundubi, boom, and all that. So fine, I mean, Krishna said, okay, I mean, we have to get on with the day. So he got up and he did his early morning, he had his rituals which he used to do, Sandhya Vandanam, Agnihotram, Surya Upasanam, all that he started doing as per timetable. Now, this was the day when the discussion is going to take place in the Sabha. Yes. Early morning, it's supposed to be done before sun rises. Now, that was the day, that is a business day, and all plan had been done. Duryodhana and Shakuni came in a chariot to Vidura's house to pick up Sri Krishna and invite him for the Sabha's discussion. They came there and invited Sri Krishna to come. Sri Krishna spoke very sweetly with them and he said, you go, I'll come. Because he still had to do a few things. What are the few things he did? He gave a lot of dhanam to Vedavits. And then, having done all that, given whatever dhanam he wanted to give for the day, he got into his blazing chariot. He was not going to get into Duryodhana and Shakuni's chariot and come to the Sabha. He had his own chariot. He got into his blazing chariot with the Garuda flag flying high in the skies, touching the sun. What are the 4 horses I told you? Not Shaila, my God, Shaivya. Sugriva, Megha Pushpa, correct? Shaivya. Balahaka. Now I'll tell you the colors of these horses. Shaivya was a horse which was parrot green in color. Parrot green horse. Krishna had very multicolored horses. 1 horse, 4 horses. You'll take offense if you laugh at it. It's a green horse. Parrot green, that's what it says. Parrot green horse. And Sugriva was red. There's certain flower he names. I didn't do research. I can do it next time if you want. What exactly is a flower? But it was red. Sugriva was red. Megha Pushpa was the color of rain clouds. Rain clouds. And Balahaka was spotless white. These are the 4 horses of Sri Krishna's chariot. Daruka was the charioteer. And the way they used to stand is Shaivya, that the green, parrot green will be to the right, Sugriva will be to the left, Megha Pushpa will be behind Shaivya, and Balahaka will be behind Sugriva. That's the order of horses. That's how they are all. And now Sri Krishna got onto the chariot. Vidura got on with him into his chariot with Sri Krishna. And amid sounds of shang and drums and mridangam and all that, his chariot rolled down the Rajamargam, big time showman. He came down the Rajamargam towards Hastinapura, towards the Dhritarashtra's assembly, properly with enough sound, ensured that the entire town lined up to see this. Oh, everybody was packing on the sides to see Sri Krishna in that majestic chariot coming. And the terraces, the windows, the balconies, everything was chock-packed with people watching Sri Krishna and his army retinue come down. And Sri Krishna, of course, being the supreme that he is, when he rode down, he had a special look to everybody. He looked at everybody who was lined up to see him. Everybody said he saw me.